Many Indian citizens are currently awaiting more details about their near and dear ones, and one such Indian is joining us at the moment. With us is Ms. Anya Ahuja. Anya, your parents were in Nepal. When is the last time you spoke to them? Have you heard anything from the authorities in your search for your parents there?
So again, thank you guys so much for having us. This is my uncle and aunt. It's my dad's brother and sister-in-law. We haven't heard anything. They've been missing for the past 2 days. We've reached out to the U.S. State Department, the embassy in Nepal, the embassy in India, and we've seen their name on a couple of missing lists, but otherwise we've gotten no further contacts. Everything we've been able to find has been through our own sources.
Right. And you see, you're boarding a flight. Where exactly are you headed? Are you coming back to India? What exactly is happening?
So I go to school in New York, and currently me and my cousins and the rest of the family are all in DC. We're all in one house just to be together and try to collect any more information. And then after that, we have plans to go to India. We have my uncle's sister, so again, my aunt, who is also in India, in Nepal, and her husband is going to Kathmandu today, hopefully. So we're going to be joining them shortly.
Right. And can you take us through why they were in Nepal? They were there to celebrate a birthday, we are told. When is the last time that you were able to establish contact?
Yeah, so my uncle is a very devout man. They are a very religious couple, and it was his 60th birthday, and his biggest bucket list item was to go to Mount Kailash to worship Lord Shiva. So he went on this 2-week trip with my aunt for the Isha Foundation, led by Sadhguru. And on their way back, they were at the Girong Immigration Center, which is on the border of, which is in Tibet. It's on the border of, I believe, China and Nepal. And they were there at like 9:04. My cousin established contact with them an hour prior just to see what they were doing. And then at 9:14, I believe the flood hit. And then we've tried to call them, obviously text them. We have their last known location. The Isha Foundation sent us an email and said that they were found missing and that they have no contact with them. So that's all we've been given so far.
Right. And when did you perhaps realize that, perhaps you haven't heard from them, that there's need to raise alarm? Because I've seen some social media posts as well. When did you realize that perhaps you need to, reach out to the authorities?
Yeah, we got this. Well, I was again in New York. I was moving in, and my cousin called me in the early morning. She called me, and she sent me the screenshot of this email and was saying, we have this email. We don't know where they are. We've been trying to call them for the past 2 hours. So ever since we got that email, we immediately reached out to any of our contacts in Nepal. Tried to reach to them, didn't get anything. And since then, the first thing we did is contact the U.S. Embassy. We contacted the U.S. Embassy of India, China, and Nepal. We contacted the State Department. Any contacts we have in Nepal with local nonprofits or anything or the consulates. And then from there, once we figured out that we'd covered all of our bases, I have a small social media platform. So I decided, and which has a lot of Indian and Nepalese followers. So my cousin's husband posted, and then I reposted, and then we've just started doing social media efforts from there because we've gotten a lot of help from local people in Nepal that the government hasn't really reciprocated.
Right. And your uncle and aunt would have, since they were headed to Kailash Mansarovar, obviously have been in a group. Were you able to contact any other person in that group? And have you gotten information about the safety of those they were traveling with?
No, so I'm aware that they were in the Isha Foundation group S3. So there were 77 people in that group. And we talked to someone a part of the Isha Foundation, and all they said was that group is gone, that they've swept away, no contact with them. I've seen some videos on social media of survivors, but I'm not sure if any of them are in our group. I don't think they are. And I haven't seen anyone who looks remotely like my aunt and uncle, but I know so many families have been affected by this, and I'm also praying for the safe return of everybody in Group S3. I know there were a lot other American nationals, Indian nationals, there were a lot of people involved.
Right. And we know that communication is very patchy at a time like this. A lot of the communication lines have been disrupted. What's your message in a situation like this to the authorities there in Nepal?
I just would implore them to collaborate with anyone and everyone that they can find, whether that's a nonprofit organization, whether it's the government of India, the government of America. This is a humanitarian crisis, and the fact that I obviously know they've closed off the local area, which is completely understandable, but we can't get in. Like, the family members can't get into Nepal. My uncle and aunt in India have had a lot of trouble getting to Kathmandu, and all we want is the safe return of our family. And we want these messagings to reach them somehow. That's our ultimate goal. Like, to tell them that we love them, we're looking for them, we haven't slept, we've put everything on hold to look for them. So my only request is that anyone who has any information or any contacts in Nepal, reach out to us, reach out to the authorities, and help everybody get their loved ones back. And the government should do something faster. It's been 2 days, which is a long time. So that's what I'd like to say.
All right, Anya, thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to us at this difficult moment. We certainly hope that, families are able to contact their near and dear ones at the earliest, given the kind of difficulties that exist on ground. Thank you so much for speaking to Times Now.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.